Hello there, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Nuggets to Nuggets. And yes, depending on where you're watching from, it's morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of the day. Have a very beautiful day if it's already going on well. And whether it's just starting, your day is in the middle, or is in a grouchy day, whatever it is, decide to make the best of this morning. So, good morning to everyone, wherever you're joining me from. And thank you so much for joining me live on this edition of Nuggets to Nuggets. For everyone that's joining me live, I truly appreciate you. I'm completely grateful. And for those that watch thereafter, thank you so much for giving me a share of your time. And like I will always say, please like the video, share it, pass your comments. Let's build this community together. Let somebody out there know that there is something called Nuggets to Nuggets. And if you're watching on any other platform, can you please hop to my YouTube channel and please subscribe, like, and also pass your comments. Thank you so much for being with me on this edition. And today's edition, we are taking a bit of a detour from what I advertised. We're looking at it on the broad terms of the roots to wealth. The roots to wealth on a broader note. We're going to narrow down, but let's start from the big picture and then we'll narrow down to various opportunities as the time goes by. And so today we're looking at the various routes to wealth. I know wealth at times is like leadership. Some people say you must be born a leader to be a leader. And some people say you must be born into a rich family with a silver and a gold spoon in your mouth to be wealthy. Is that really true? Just think a bit and cast your mind back to families that you knew some years past, some decades ago, who were the reigning names as far as wealth was concerned. How many of them are still relevant today? How many of them are still on the Fortune 500 list today? How many of them are still in the first 100 names of wealthy individuals in your country, your continent, or globally today? Not very many. If you will agree with me, very few. That tells me something. It's not about being born into wealth that matters. It's what you do with yourself that actually matters. If you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, I'm not able to sustain that silver spoon. I may be born without any spoon in your mouth. I'm able to build wealth, have the silver spoon to put in the mouth of your children when they are born, and in your grandchildren and great grandchildren. So, we're looking at the route to wealth. And yes, we'll be quite brief on today's episode. And I'll try to make it as compact as possible, even going forward, understanding the fact that everybody's time is so precious. And we have so little time to give to certain things. And so I say a big thank you again to all of you who have encouraged me on this journey of Nuggets to Nuggets. Thank you so much. I never take you for granted. I am because you are, because you always give your support. Thank you so much. So talking about the routes to wealth this morning, what are the routes to wealth? Some people have said there are basically 5 classes or 5 routes to wealth. Some have said, oh no, not 5, there are 6. Are there actually 5 routes to wealth? Are there actually 6? Let me shock you. There are many more. Much more than 5 or 6 that you think. But we have classically talked about 5 or 6 routes to wealth. And I'll look at the first 6 that we've always talked about. And then as time will permit, we look at the other possible routes to wealth as well. But remember, it's all about you. It's not about your background. If you keep looking at your background, you stay on the ground. It's not about your parents. They've given you a breather to life. They've given you the opportunity to be alive, but they're not the ones sustaining you. It's God. So you can't keep blaming your wealth or lack of it to your parents. No, you can't. It's not about your parents. It's not about your family. It's not about those around you. It's all about you. And then last week we talked about the power of you. You are the most important person in this your journey of life. Nobody can define your life for you. You are the sole determinant of how it turns out. So think about the roots to wealth. Have it at the back of your mind that first and foremost about you. Every other person comes secondary. And so please listen with that at the back of your mind. The first root to wealth that we all talk about is salary or wages. And somebody said to me, that's why we go to school. We go to school so we can get employed. And when we get employed, we get a job, we earn salary, and we start having our own money. True. Somebody else says, no, 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 no. You cannot build wealth on salary. Salary alone is not enough. Also true. When I say the cup is half full or half empty, you are saying the same thing. That there's some liquid in that container, in that cup. And I say it's half full, okay? Half empty, okay? Whichever way is halfway. So you're saying you can make money through salaries. Oh, no, you can't build wealth through salaries. You are both right, depending on what you do with your salary. And trust me, all the routes to wealth depend on you. But the basic point is salary. So you go to school, you graduate, you put together your CV, you start searching for a job. But guess what? Even to get that job, your certificate is not enough. Do you realize that? Your certificate is not enough. Your CV will get you to the front of the panelists. That's how far your CV will go. From there on, it depends on you. Your CV will get you shortlisted, but that's how far your CV can go. When you face the interviewing panel, how you are able to convince them is another story. Then when you get the job, your CV can never keep that job for you. Again, comes back to you. So the baseline, yes, is salary or wages, but even that depends on you. Now let's take salaries and wages for instance. For example, I hear people say, oh, my salary is so small, my take home cannot even take me home. So true. But do you know that someone else in your shoes or similar shoes, earning sometimes even less than you, are able to save from that salary? While you are crying, the salary cannot even take me home, the take home cannot take me home, and you make a song out of it, you're enjoying the slogan. Somebody is saying, thank God for this take home. I'll not only make it take me home, I also make some savings from it. So you say the route to wealth again starts with you. Your ability to discipline yourself, your ability to delay gratification, your ability to say yes to certain things and no to certain things. Yes, at times everybody is doing what you want to do, but you're not able to do it at that time. Do you stretch yourself, go out borrowing just to make sure you belong to the Joneses? If you're that kind of person, that take home will never take you home. But don't blame the salary. Don't blame your employers. Don't even blame your colleagues. Don't blame your family who did not bring you into the world into a Fortune 500 home. Blame you. So the starting point of route to wealth is discipline. Before I even start talking about how to make the money, what to make of the money, the starting point is actually discipline. That is the beginning. Discipline. So salary and wages, it's a steady income you get from exchanging your time for money. So you get this job, you sign an employment contract, you are working from this time to this time. At the end of the month, you are paid this amount. You are allowed this number of weeks off or days off for your leave. You are allowed this. I mean, the contract is clear. And you accept it and you take on that job and you start earning. That is the basic level of the route to wealth. You can take your salary as a foundation to build your wealth, and you can build successfully starting from there. What else? Business or entrepreneurship. Now that's such a wide spectrum. I mean, that's big. Business, you could get involved in any kind of business that you can identify with. Now, let me say this first and foremost. Please, and I'm begging you, don't go into business in an area you are not passionate about. Don't. The fact that everybody is doing A and making money will not make you make money from that A. So don't get into business because Mr. A is in that business and is making so much money. So let me jump into that business and I'll make so much money. It doesn't work that way. If you are getting into business, first and foremost, please ensure one is in an area you are passionate about. Why? When the storms come, your passion will sustain you. But if you are doing it for the money, the moment you make one loss or something goes south, immediately you're going to jump ship. But go and ask every successful business person alive today. And go and read the biography of those who are gone. You will discover that they all went through rough patches, but they stuck to it because they believed that they are able to succeed in that business. So when the storms come, when the losses seem endless, they hold on to it because they believe in that business. So don't be a copy of another person's success. The truth is this: results can never be copied. You know why? Result is only a byproduct of series of activities behind the scene. Like one of my friends will say, so when you're doing the math, say show the workings. For you to succeed, you must need to show the workings. You cannot copy results. There's always a string. Result is only an outcome. Several things have gone on there. So you are going into business, please go into a business in an area you are passionate about, number one. Number two, the fact that you love to do makeup should not make you jump into makeup business. Go and learn about it. There's a science of being a doctor, but there's also the business of being a doctor. They're two different things. The fact that you're a very good doctor does not mean you can run a chain of hospitals successfully. But I'm passionate about it. I love treating people. I'm this, I'm that. I'm for the best surgeon in my field. Congratulations. Don't just because of that jump up and open a clinic or a hospital. You might be throwing your resources down the drain. Go and learn about it. Find somebody who is in that business, who is doing it successfully, and learn from that person. Get that person to be your mentor. Follow the principles of success. The fact that you love it is not enough. There are behind the scenes rules, principles of success that you need to know to succeed in that business. One of them, again, is the principle of delayed gratification. Every successful person will tell you, business person will tell you, they don't eat all their profit. They put themselves on salary. Sometimes they're not even able to pay themselves salary. But they put themselves on salary and build the company. Don't say, oh, I'm in business, my company and I are one. You are not one. The moment that company is registered, you are different people in the eyes of the law. Respect that fact. To succeed in business, number one, make sure it's in an area you are passionate about, you love. Number two, please learn the art of that business. Don't just say, oh, I have $1 million in my hands. I'm a doctor. I love to treat people. So I'll just open a medical center somewhere. you might just discover that all your expertise, it didn't work. Why? There's a business side to medicine. So that's two. Business, yes, it's a beautiful area of to make money, but please get into the area you are passionate about, you know about, you're studying, and get a mentor. Learn after somebody who has succeeded in that area. What else? There's this other area, investments. And that's what people call about passive income, where you have made some money, you have saved the money, it's enough to begin to invest in. And I'll be bringing Davina talk about it maybe maybe next week Monday. Probably we'll be able to have her in the studio talk about what can you do with your saved money and the earned income. There are various areas of investments. I won't delve into that. I'll let the people who are strong in that area come talk to us about that area. What other source of income do we have? Roots to wealth. Remember? What about the roots to wealth? Real estate. And I have a friend who will always say that real estate is the only real path of business, because real estate just has a way of just going up and up and up. It just always appreciates. When the economy is down and it comes down as well, look at it across all the other businesses, it's still appreciating. Not by the same rate as it was before, it might have slowed down, but still appreciating. Real estate. That's another area of business that you want to learn about as a route to wealth. But for you to get into real estate, you must have saved money. That is where the salary comes in. That's where the business comes in, because you have saved money to get into that. Real estate. What else? Intellectual property. And that one is very interesting. Many of us are creative, but we're not disciplined enough to put our creativity to work for us. It's not about just learning to sing. Oh, I can sing, and you're there singing. No. The excellence which you produce your songs matter. So, oh, my voice is better than so and so person's voice, and everybody is craving after that voice. Look at the excellent quality of his output. Can you compare? So, yes, you are creative. Yes, you love to write, and you write incredible stories. How can you turn it into a wealth-making machine? So, yes, it comes to you naturally to write. It comes to you naturally to sing. You actually write plays without even thinking. You didn't have to go to school. You just sit down and you script up a very beautiful play. Yes, those have come to you as innate abilities. Yes, you were born with them, so to speak. But you need to also learn to develop them. A friend of mine runs a program that says the business of the arts. Every field has its business side. That's the truth. Every field has its business side. And when you go through the business of the arts, you learn so much and realize that creativity alone is not enough. I mean, shout out to Shegun Lawal. Thank you for that amazing session on Saturday. Really amazing session. I wish it was something everybody could just be a part of, to learn the missing link between the arts and making money from the art. So intellectual property is another thing. Then the passive income, when you're earning money through the dividends, again, a fallout from investments, dividends, interest, royalties, all of those things. That's another route to wealth. So I've talked about 6 basic routes to wealth this morning. I started with the salaries or wages, business or entrepreneurship, investment, real estate, intellectual property, and then the passive income. And passive income is, again, a very broad heading. But then there's some other interesting routes to wealth. Inheritance. Some people are just born into this wealthy family. And maybe their father, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, before he died, said, when my grandchildren or my children or my great-grandchildren get to this age, give them this $1 million. And then so you suddenly attain the age of 18, and then the lawyer calls you and says, "Oh, congratulations, you're 18 today. I celebrate you." But your great grandfather on his dying bed wrote a will and said, when you turn 18, we should turn over this $1 million to you. Yippee! You're $1 million richer. Beautiful. But if you have not learned the principle we talked about earlier on, in a matter of days, weeks, months, might not get to a year, the $1 million will fizzle out. So yes, inheritance is a source of wealth, but for it to actually be a source of wealth, there are certain things you must know, you must put to practice, you must imbibe and live by. Another one, and when I saw this one, I'm like, this is so touchy, but so true. Some people get rich through divorce settlements. So at the point of divorce, the court grants the spouse so much of the estate of the other's half, and suddenly you are in wealth, you are in money. I shouldn't say wealth, you are in money. There are quite a number of cases. I'm not going to mention names, but like inheritance, it's what you do with it that matters. Another one, lottery, gambling. People get into money that way. Accidental millionaires. But then, after that, what next? So you make that, you won the lottery, you won $1 million, $10 million in lottery today. Next, if you have not learned the principles of building wealth, you just spend that money. Do you know the truth? The money to remove $1 from $1 million is less than $1 million. That's when you remember, oh, I need to buy this. Oh, I need to get this house. That big house you want to move into, do you know the cost of maintenance? Oh, now I can afford a bigger house. It's not about buying the house. Can you also maintain that house? By the way, do you need the bigger house? Oh, now I can have a bigger car. Big engine, big exhaust. So, do you really need a bigger car? The car you have now, can it not do the work? Oh, but you know, I just found myself into this money. We need to spend it. We need to spend it. And you keep spending it. And before you know what's happening, it's all gone. And then some get into money through litigation or settlements. So maybe somebody has defamed them and they take the person to court and they sue for $1 billion and they win. And court says, no, we won't give you $1 billion, just give you like $30 million. So you just moved, bam, into money. Yes, you've jumped into money. Remember the law of gravity, whatever goes up will come down. For it to stay up, they must have built. So you take that money and say, Yilla, I have money. I'm just going to the clubs. Guys, let's drink. Let's have a toast. Or you sit down and say, now, I have this money at my disposal. How can I build wealth with it? Of course, you have the royalty. You have the online content creation that's making waves. Now people are making money from online content creation, which is so beautiful. And then there's the cryptocurrencies. People are making money even in that area too. But one of the things, one thing I want you to take with you today on this conversation about routes to wealth is this. No matter the route to wealth, remember there are basic principles guiding wealth sustainability. If you must sustain it, there are certain things you must learn to do. Number one of which is discipline. You must learn to delay gratification. You must learn the art of that business. Never copy results. Understand the principles that guide success and live by those principles. Success is never accidental. Success is not by chance. Success is about you putting those principles to work. So there are various routes to wealth, and I've itemized like almost 10 of them. Remember, we talked about salaries or wages, we've talked about business, entrepreneurship, talked about investment, real estate, intellectual property, passive income, talked about um, inheritance, royalties, lottery or gambling, litigation settlements, cryptocurrency, online content creation. All of these are routes to wealth. But trust me, someone is in that line of business today succeeding. Someone is also in that line of business today failing. The ball is in your court. It all depends on you. And that's it for today. That's why I want to draw the curtain today. Remember, please like this video, share it, let somebody out there know about Knox to Nuggets. Until I come your way in another edition of Knox to Nuggets, remember this: if you can think it, you can be it. And yes, you can have it. Thank you again so much for being with me. I do not take it for granted. Auntie Ore, I see you. Auntie Julia, I see you. All of you online, thank you so much. And those I'll watch thereafter, thank you so much for giving me a share of your time. Remember, like the video, share it, subscribe please to my YouTube channel, and never forget it. Together we win. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.